sometimes we just don't feel like we are getting anywhere. I mean, it feels like we're on a hamster wheel and we're never, ever, ever making forward progress despite all that time, effort, energy, brain power expended. So what do you do when you feel that way? In this video, I'm going to give you a very simple exercise that you can use to get you unstuck from that feeling. Hi, my name is ERIN Hayworth, and I am a goals coach and productivity strategist for online entrepreneurs. I help online entrepreneurs just like you to save time through simple systems and custom action plans so that you can grow your business without the burnout. So I know you've likely experienced this feeling. So you have the space and the time set aside to actually get work done, to make forward progress, but it's just, you're not feeling it. You're not feeling motivated. You're not feeling creative. You're not feeling inspired. And so you sit down and you spend the time scrolling on TikTok, doing research, making plans, doing other procrastinating kind of things. And then you feel guilty for wasting that time, but you couldn't produce what you needed to produce in that time because you weren't feeling a certain way. So then you beat yourself up that you couldn't get anything done despite you not feeling a certain way. It's like this constant cycle of not feeling productive and then not being productive. So how do you actually break that cycle? How can you do something different to where you're actually using your time in the best way possible? I'm getting ready to share with you a very simple exercise that you can do anytime that you're starting to feel this way, where you're feeling unmotivated, you're feeling unproductive, and you don't want to waste any more time. Okay, so you're gonna need a journal or a notebook or something to write with and a pen for this particular exercise. And what I want you to do is go through and answer these questions. Okay, are you ready? The first question is, what have you accomplished in the past 24 hours? The second question is, what do you feel like you should be doing right now and why? So again, I'm asking you to do this whenever you are feeling that way, whenever you're starting, you sit down to work, you've got the space and the time to do it, and you're feeling unmotivated, you're feeling that you just can't focus, you feel like you can't do the things that you need to do. So the second question is, again, what do you feel like you need to be doing right now and why? The third question is, what is your biggest priority right now? And I don't mean like in life, I mean in the chunk of time that you're sitting in while you're doing this exercise. What is your biggest priority? The fourth question is, what are you finding you're spending your time doing other than working on that priority or other than doing the things that you need to be doing right now? What are you doing instead? And then what is it about those things that you're doing instead that make them preferable? So let me give you an example. If instead of sitting down and creating your own content, you're consuming other people's content, you might initially tell yourself, well, I'm gathering inspiration. But are you really? Is what you're doing or the accounts that you're following or the things that you're looking at actually inspiring you, or are they wasting time? Right? And this is a chance to really be honest with yourself and like get clear about what it is. So if you are being honest with yourself, what is it that makes scrolling and, Instagram, for example, looking at other people's reels, that makes that preferable than creating your own? It might be, if you never create a reel, you don't have to put yourself out there and potentially get rejected. Nobody's gonna like it, nobody's gonna comment. So that might be why it's preferable, is you don't have to put yourself out there. It might be you aren't really sure what to say or what to create. And so what's preferable about that is you don't have to figure that out. You don't have to actually put in the work to figure out what to say, right? So what your initial reaction is and what the truth might be, it might be two different things. And again, there's no shame in this exercise. There's no judgment in this exercise. It's just about really getting honest with yourself and being clear about what is it about these things that are more fun than what you're doing, right? So I've done this to where I have cleaned my entire house rather than sit down and create modules for a course, right? Why? Whenever I start doing this exercise for myself, it's really easy for me to see I can control my physical environment around me. This is my house. I have complete control over how clean it gets. I can create the best content in the entire world, the best course in the entire world. And unless I put more effort into marketing it and selling it, nobody's ever going to see it, right? So understanding those things and like why I feel that way, or why I'm choosing to clean over create a course that somebody might not ever get any use out of, that allows me to be like, okay, so is cleaning really the best use of this time? Or are there stories there about this course and about creating this course that I need to go deeper into and uncover so that this doesn't continue to be an issue, right? So that's question number 4. The final question number 5, is what is one tiny thing that if you did it today would get you back on track? The thing that's going to stop you is not following the plan for one day. It's not following the plan for one day and then deciding to throw the plan away, right? So, and often it feels like the further off track we get, the more effort and energy it's going to take to get back on track. But that's not necessary. That doesn't have to be your situation. You don't have to go from being, a week off track to getting back on track in one day. It can be, what is one tiny thing that's going to help me take that next step towards getting back on track with the things that I already outlined that are really important to me. So what's one tiny little thing that you can do? And I don't mean like, oh, I need to write content for an entire month. No, what's one tiny thing that you can do? You can sit down and make one infographic. You can sit down and create one video. You can sit down and script out one caption, right? What's one tiny little thing? Make it easy, because the most important thing whenever it comes to productivity is momentum. Momentum, not how much can I cram into a day, not how much, can I have these, like, I'm gonna work really, 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 really hard for this, week and then stop working for 3 weeks. It's how can you create momentum so that you're constantly buoyed and you're constantly taking care of yourself, and that motivation is available whenever you need it, okay? Sometimes it's something as simple as just realigning yourself with the goals that you have and the things that really matter to you so that you can maintain that motivation and you can maintain that momentum. And while these questions may seem simple, they're going to do one of two things. They're going to give you clarity on how to get back on track, or it's going to allow you to have the opportunity to reevaluate what's truly important to you so that you can make decisions accordingly. Either way, you're not staying stuck in that feeling of being unproductive, right? Now, if you feel like you've got this particular aspect, but you still feel like you can't really take complete ownership over your time, your calendar, and you feel torn in all these different directions, and maybe that's leading to you not feeling as productive as you'd like to be, I want to point you to my 4 tips for owning your time, especially for mompreneurs. That is a video you should go watch right now.